Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to this week's episode of Fridays with Friends. My name is Alicia Herwood with Coast to Coast Legal Aid, and I am here with our guests from Care Resource today, which is a federally qualified health center in Broward and Miami-Dade counties. We have Francisco Gomez, Housing Services Manager, Marifer LaCruz, Senior Housing Case Manager in Broward County, and Rebecca Durex, Senior Housing Case Manager for Miami. So I want to thank you all for joining me today.
Hi, how are you, Alicia?
Hi, it's very good to see you. And I will admit, I'm used to seeing Francisco and Mary for at least once a month. So it's been a little while since I've seen them. So seeing them on here is just is extra special for me. So I'm really glad to see you and to meet you too, Rebecca.
Thank you.
We'll start with some basic information. If you could tell me about the mission of Care Resource.
Well, the mission of Care Resort, we are a 501 non-profit organization as a federal qualified healthcare center with 4 locations. So we are in Midtown, Little Havana, Miami Beach, and Fort Lauderdale. So we also have support services to others. So we have several services like pediatric care, dental care, gynecological care, general adult primary care, community-based research, diagnostic laboratory, HIV, primary care, and health screening, immunization, voluntary family planning and referral, etc. We have also case management for Ryan White, case management for Hopwa, and case management to clients who are no HIV. We have HIV testing, we have RE, we have nutrition, we have dental, and right now we have the vaccination for COVID-19. Right now with the phase 1 that the people older than 65. And of course, we have housing for people with HIV and without HIV.
Wow, Francisco, I knew you all did a lot, but when you sit and just listen to the list, you recognize just how many different types of services that Care Resource offers. And related to housing, because today we're going to talk about housing, your housing services specifically, that anyone that is in the housing services system, they understand that housing is healthcare, and that stable housing can reduce hospital visits, especially among seniors, those with underlying health conditions. You're more likely to make your regular health visits and maintain any medically necessary prescriptions, and better overall health and mental health outcomes when you have stable housing. So it's so important to have these housing services. So if you could tell me more about the housing services that are provided by Care Resource to help obtain and maintain stable housing.
Yeah, we have the most important, we work with homeless people, and also we suppress the viral load with the people with HIV. As you know, when they have a stable housing, they can take the medication, and the viral load is going to be down for most of them, because sometimes when they are in the street, they are stolen, or when they are in the shelter, they lose it. So for people with HIV, it's very, very important that they have stable housing. From people without HIV, families and individuals, they need to be housing, because most of them live in the car or live in the street, or between house and house, and the family is complicated for them, for the school, for the child. So for this reason, it's very important to us to put everyone in place and get to the self-sufficient, because housing is not only that help them with the moving assist, the moving cost, because as you know, everybody lives by check, and they don't have saving to pay the moving costs like fair loss and security that we provide with the different programs, or when they are behind the rent, mortgage, and utility, for anybody reason, especially for the COVID right now, we receive funds in order to help these qualified clients.
Right. And Marifer, can you talk to us just a minute about the service specifically in Broward?
Yes, thank you, Alicia. We do permanent housing placement, like PHP, for individuals HIV positive with detectable vital load. And also the individual needs to have income in order to prove that he or she is able to pay future expenses, including the rent. And also, the individual needs to be Broward residents at least 6 months, but due to COVID-19, we can request a waiver, okay? Also, the program can assist the client with the first, last, and security is under their responsibility. That's for PHP moving assistance. Also, we do have a program for rapid rehousing, and we just do the referral to the county, Broward County, in order to assist the client with the first, last, and security. And in order to qualify, the client needs to be homeless. And homeless for Broward County means that the client needs to live on the street or in their car. Also, the client needs to have income in order to prove that is able to sustain by himself. And both programs are in Broward County. One is from HIV and the other program is for no HIV and also HIV as well.
Very good.
Also,
oh,
we have for
sorry.
Streamio in Broward, because we divide the information like that. Streamio is short-term rent, mortgage, and utility. When we call it Streamio, it's because the client in Broward County who is behind for it, rent, mortgage, and utility, they have to have HIV, and they have any valid reason to pay the months, and we can pay for several months. At the beginning, we can pay with the 3 months, but if we get a waiver because the loss of the income is for the COVID, we can get for more months. We work very close with legal aid, because legal aid, when it's rental assistance, they support us with the judge, we made a letter to them in order to help the client when they have discrimination or abuse. You know, Alicia, legal aid is very, very support us in moving and in streaming. Right now, we don't have, we cannot help the people without HIV with mortgage and utility, but we have some strict funding from Care Resort and for other organizations, and we try to help them. They also, for apply for this program, they have to be documents, but we have some grant with the legal aid, with the church, and also with the Care Resort that we help the client who are undocumented. Yeah, this is that all the products we have in Broward for housing. Also, we pay the FPLI bill deposits when they are, we ask for extra deposit, because sometimes when they have a credit or they pay late, the FPLI bill asks for extra deposit, we can pay for that. So, or we refer to the same place to help the client in Broward.
So to the Broward. That is a lot of opportunities for that assistance. And I know that that keeps you all very busy. And in Dade County, Rebecca, could you tell me a little more about those services there?
Sure. In Dade County, we also have both programs. The PH program, which is permanent housing, like Marifer was explaining, is basically very similar. The client needs to live in Miami-Dade, HIV, and also he had to be able to pay his future expenses, because the city will help him with the first month and the security deposit. We also can assist with the FPL deposit and the water deposit when the people is moving to another place. They have to find their own place affordable for them, and once they have the place that they can afford, then we can start submitting an application for the city of Miami.
Okay, this program is coming from the state for Tallahassee. It's going straight to the state, and this program is totally different to Broward. Because here we help with the first month and the security deposit. In Broward, we help with the last and the last month and first month. So in Miami-Dade is more help, because we have more months to assist the client. We can help the client if they have the valid reason until 24 months. And for moving assistance, we don't have any restriction with that if the client have any issue. So also we have Streamio. saying short-term rent, mortgage, and utility. And we have to have a valid reason to help the client. And is very similar to Broward, and it's very easier to qualify for those programs.
And just as a reminder, anybody watching, like there are two programs, one is in Broward and one is in Dade for it. And it's just a lot of services that are there. Are there any restrictions right now for visiting your office or other challenges related to COVID-19?
Well, actually, no, because we are like in front of the line. For this reason, all the staff get the vaccination. I get my second shot already, and I'm alive. I'm fine. So, but my people from the beginning, they are at the place, and we have many clients that they don't have access to the smartphone or the computer. Yes, we do the intake by phone as the regulation that care HOPWA and HOT allow to us to do the intake by phone or by telehealth. But the client also can come to Care Resort to drop it off the documentation to sign, and we accommodate them in order to see the client. So we are open to receive the client, but just they has the old clients, we working on it with them, and we just to have to update the documentation, the consent and everything. And for the new client, they have to go to the website of Care Resort and go to the pre-registration and complete the form online. And after that, we want to be in contact with the client. Client who doesn't have a smartphone or don't have the skill to work in the computer, they can come into Care Resort, and we pay the accommodation. So
Okay.
also, any client who go to Care Resort, any person, they're going to be tested, the screening testing with the, with the band, with the fever, everything, and we're working on it. We, we can get testing over there for COVID-19. So we working right away with the client. We don't have any restriction.
Okay, very good. And for everyone watching, we are going to have the Facebook page for Care Resource and the website for Care Resource are going to be posted in the comments. So you can access that information there to be able to reach them. Are there any phone numbers that you want us to put out there for them to contact Care Resource?
Marifer, can you go ahead with
Sure.
Broward?
Yes, in Broward County, you can contact us at 954-567-7141, and we have different extensions for housing departments, which are 455, 149, 433, and that's all for now. Yes, those extensions we can assist any client that would like to reach us for housing services in Broward.
Rebecca, can you say to Miami?
In Miami, sure. In Miami, we can be contacted at 305-576-1234, and the extensions for housing are 129, 463, 493.
Okay, great. So we'll add that information into the comments for anyone that's watching. But I want to thank you for joining us today, Francisco, Marifer, and Rebecca, to tell us more about your services at Care Resource. And we only really talked about housing, but as Francisco listed, there are a lot of other services that are available at Care Resource.
I
So
would
thank
like to,
you all for joining me. Yes,
I would-
Francisco?
I would like to say something. We have a new program in Broward that called Food Voucher, that all the clients who are Ryan White, they can come to Care Resort, and we provide one voucher for food voucher of, for $45 for 6 weeks. They can come over, they're going to ask for me, Harold, or Marifer, and is welcome to the client who needs food voucher. It's a public card for $45 for 6 weeks. Each week, we're going to provide the food card for the clients.
Oh, that's great information. Thank you, Francisco. Again, thank you all for joining me, and thanks everyone for watching Fridays with Friends. Remember to like and follow us on Facebook. For other important updates, we are live every Friday at noon to bring information about local services here in Broward. So we would love to have everyone join us. And again, thank you to Francisco, Marifer, and Rebecca, and everything that you all do at Care Resource in Dade and Broward County. So thanks for being with me today.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Welcome.